We all want to be successful authors, but what does it take? Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Consider subscribing. Yes, I can see that you haven't subscribed, so hit that button because I post new videos every week. And go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you like this kind of content, if you like this type of video. A lot of these points I'm making here today actually apply both to traditionally published and self-published authors. These are things that I've noticed, I've read about, or I've learned through personal experience. Quick plug, if you're interested in writing courses, I'm developing several right now, and if you want to be on the beta team or be the first to know about my upcoming courses, maybe get some discounts, the link to sign up is down below. All right, let's jump right in. Here are 10 habits of highly successful authors. Number 1, you market yourself all the time. It's super important to engage with your fans to help build your name in the book world. And a lot of people think, and I used to think myself, that this doesn't apply to traditionally published authors and that publishing companies take care of all of the marketing. And that is not true. Every author must market themselves. Doesn't matter if you're traditionally or self-published, and this may be by attending events, hosting book signings, just talking about their books and coming up with marketing creatives, making something like a YouTube channel. If you want to be successful, you have to participate in marketing your books and marketing yourself. You may decide to pay someone if you want to do this for you, but you still need to be active online and available to chat with your fans. Number 2, you're disciplined. It's important to treat writing like a job and that you hold yourself accountable. If you decide you want to publish your book, say in December, you know you'll need your final draft by maybe November. Backtracking, you may decide that your first draft needs to be finished by June, which means that for April, May, and June, you need to write 1,000 words a day. So what do? You sit down and you write to stay on track. Because if you don't stay on track now, you won't meet your deadlines. Writing a novel is a huge task, and it's one that has to be chipped away at over a long period of time. This means that if you take 2 weeks off, you'll feel it when it's crunch time later. Spare yourself that stress by being disciplined and knowing that staying on track today means that you won't fall behind tomorrow. Number 3, you press forward every day. Similar to the last point, success doesn't happen overnight. Even authors who seem to have made it big out of nowhere with their first novel, they didn't get there overnight. They likely spent years working on that specific novel and then much longer honing their writing craft. Even if you don't actually write something every day, you may also work on your business or your book marketing. Regardless, you know that your success in 4 years comes by pressing forward now every single day. The publishing world isn't so much a race to the finish line as it is a slow and steady jog to success. Keep pressing forward every day and you'll wake up one day exactly where you dreamed you were going to be. Number 4, you accept feedback gracefully. You can't learn if you do not accept feedback. A lot of us writers start out and get extremely defensive when we get any sort of feedback on our writing, and this is not conducive to long-term success as a writer. The easiest way to improve your writing is to have others read your work and to give you feedback. This can be difficult at first, but one huge thing that you need to do is to ask for feedback. Realize that you're opening the door to criticism in order to grow as a writer. Many of us developed this fear of feedback in grade school when we didn't really have a choice, and whether or not we wanted someone else's opinion on something, it was just required. But now we can reach out and we can ask for feedback, and just the act of asking makes yourself more open to receiving that constructive criticism gracefully. Number 5, you prioritize recharge time. It's easy to experience burnout in pretty much anything, but writing especially. Many of us can sprint, but being a successful author means pacing yourself, and part of that is making sure that you keep your physical and your creative energy up. Skipping out on this recharge time is pretty much a guaranteed way to suffer from burnout one day. Many of us feel like recharge time is wasted time. I recharge by watching movies and TV shows, which many people categorize as time sucks. For me, it's productive because it recharges me. And learning to accept that and not feeling guilty about it is going to allow you to continue your writing trend in the long run. It's going to make it more sustainable. Number 6, you're always learning and improving. Read everything. Writing books, fiction books, books outside your typical genre. If you find and read a book that you really like, analyze why. Learn from it. Watch YouTube videos, pay for courses, go to the library. If you find it's been a while since you've read a writing craft book, then take the time to brush up on your technique and your process. You never know if something is going to improve your process until you try it. So learn and practice so you can improve. You may feel like you have things figured out, but you always need to be learning. Number 7, you look forward so you can prepare. Even if you're not type A, successful writers plan. Marketing and publishing a book takes time, but it can often be layered with your next project to keep the momentum up. If you only focus on one project at a time, you're going to have larger gaps between your publication. Events also need to be planned and scheduled so you don't accidentally have a release week right after a full week of traveling. There's a lot of moving pieces when you're marketing for a new release, and that calls for some organization. Being prepared ahead of time and knowing what you need to do is what's going to keep you on track to accomplish all of your writing goals. I feel like we're moving through this pretty quick. Number 8, you're able to say no. There's so many events, so many opportunities to get out there as an author, but writing and publishing should be priority number 1. I have massive FOMO, fear of missing out, which I think a lot of people do. I feel a sneeze coming. Whew. Anyway, a lot of people have that, so this is hard for me to do, but I've said no to things and I'm gonna do it again. Likely there's gonna be more author opportunities to participate in the following year if you say no now, but the same thing goes for personal obligations. It's okay to say no. For the longest time, I felt guilty RSVPing no to a wedding, but if I can't make it, then I can't make it work. And my husband and I are both working towards saying no more often for many reasons, our mental sanity for one, but also my business as well. Number 9, you reinvest in your author business. A lot of the money that I have made as an author has been reinvested into my business, and that's totally normal for the first couple of books. Don't get freaked out by it. It takes some time to gain enough momentum to make it as an author, but successful authors know that they need to reinvest in themselves and in their business to grow even more. This is true for both traditionally published and self-published authors. You'll have that breakthrough novel one day, but being a success in the publishing world takes time. You're in it for the long haul, and that means not being afraid to reinvest in your business so it can grow even more. Caveat to this though, successful authors also do their research and don't just waste their money in an effort to reinvest for the sake of it. So be smart about it. Number 10, you have thick skin. This is a lot like taking feedback gracefully, but in general, successful authors have thicker skin. Querying your novel almost always means that you're going to be facing a lot of rejection. If you let this get to you too much, it's going to stop you from querying altogether. So having thicker skin keeps you pushing forward. Also, some feedback you get will not be nice. Some reviews will not be nice. Having a YouTube channel or an online platform means getting mean comments sometimes. But having thick skin means that you won't let that negativity affect your work. It's so easy to focus on the bad. And although this is a habit of successful authors, it's not just a black and white habit. It's not 100% or 0. Writers that are usually great at this may find themselves falling prey to feeling down about their writing because of what somebody said. It's something to work on all the time, but you keep moving forward every day toward all of your goals, knowing that you're going to get there eventually. Phew! All right, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope this video was super helpful. Comment down below with your own observations on successful authors and maybe some lessons that you've learned. I'm always trying to improve, and I'm sure everyone else would love to hear what you have to say. Consider subscribing to my channel for more writing-related videos. Hit that notification bell to make sure you're notified, and then like this video because it does help support my channel, and I would appreciate it very much. Purchase links for my debut novel, The Elysian Prophecy, are down below, as always, and a link to my podcast, The Happy Writing Podcast. I'm pretty much posting there every week as well. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.